Namas, Alvars, all of them are authority of Hinduism, who had manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, living as conscious serenity. Bhagavan beautifully says how they live as a highest cognition, even as a ordinary household life. And Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Bhagavan's very own Leelas to showcase how a human can have a cognitive shift and manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple, devotees, followers all around the world initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. All of us can experience this in Kailash Courtyard. Bhagavan says, I myself will be there, more present than you, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, just like that in all of you. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state, not just the thoughtless space, but also how a person can have a beautiful space of oneness, is scientifically measured in each of these powers and beautifully manifested as our reality. What science is catching up, Bhagavan has given us in detail in all the Pramanas. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana, eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. This is for the power of levitation. The power of levitation from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Vijnana, consciousness. Bhairava, one who experiences consciousness beyond the mind. Tantra is the method. This is for the power of levitation.
Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manaksikshine kshanatakshinashayo bhavet. Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manasikshine kshanatakshinashayo bhavet.
Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains, being situated on a comfortable seat or a bed, firmly cognize that your own body, is without any support or base from anything. It is resting on nothing. By hosting this cognition, when the mind becomes worn away and thoughtlessness arise, then in an instant one becomes weightless and experiences the space beyond the mind, the space of Paramashiva. How it says when the mind gets worn away, tired and worn away. How when we get tired, there is nothing tiredness in the body unless there is some sickness. The tiredness mostly that we experience is in the mind, which is a toxin. The sleep itself is a toxin, Bhagavan says. What about the tiredness in our body? The lower three chakras, when you detox, you don't feel so sleepy, you don't feel so tired, you feel more fresh and alive. Again and again, he gives us the ultimate science for us to understand the higher reality. The thoughtless space, when does it occur? For example, a trauma in the dream. And from the dream, we wake up to the waking state because we had a very bad dream where we had an accident or we lost a person or we lost ourselves, some accident. But when we get up from the dream, we are very clear nothing has happened, nothing has changed. We are so complete about that such a traumatic situation in our life that we went through. Bhagavan says for 3 seconds in the dream, not more than 3 seconds, all these wild dreams happen in our dream. And Bhagavan says even that is not a problem. The delusion to wake us up is all this scary dream. And there is nothing other than to wake us up to the waking state. Waking enlightenment, he calls it. So beautiful. So to the completion is there because we don't have any more thoughts about it. We don't think about it. We are so relieved that it was just a dream. And nothing is lost and nothing is taken away from us. and there's nothing which we need to attend. We know that we are complete when we wake up from the dream. So the thoughtlessness happens in that moment where we don't have anything to think about. Same way, when you understand this very space that we are here is also a dream, even though we are perceiving it again and again when we get back to from the sleep, it is a dream because there is another state where is Turiya Atita, where when we wake up as Paramashiva, we understand what all we went through in such a struggle doesn't even exist the way we perceived it. And nothing can be lost and nothing is there to lose. And we are Paramashiva who has more clarity, more possibility to manifest these powers and manifest itself the way we wanted it. That is what Bhagavan is saying as the complete completion thoughtless space. And this Prahlada understood when he was in the womb, and Narada everything in the womb as the Upadesa, the blessings, understanding that everything that exists is Vishnu. And because Narada got sick and tired, even when those days he said, nobody is there to listen, nobody is there to do the transformation. Only a child in the womb is ready to listen. So I'm going to go to the child in the womb and teach that. So all this Bhagavan says, all the traumatic life was there right then also. We need to wake up from all these traumas. There is nothing to stop, nothing to attend, nothing to achieve or nothing to know from the outside world, because it keeps on creating all the turmoil for us to wake up to the reality. Bhagavan beautifully gives this understanding for us to understand the higher science and higher reality. And how Adi Shankara, the Apta Pramana for the power of levitation, Adi Shankara, all the disciples, they as usual have all the doubts and they do not trust their guru. And they are always making fun of the Sanadana. He was one of the very silent person who does not understand much. He just does all the seva to all of them, washing their clothes, cleaning the place, always very dedicated and integrated to them and the guru, the sangha and the guru. Just for surrendering his identity, he was working. Even though everybody made fun of him that he doesn't understand things, he doesn't know anything, and he's not fit for acharya, and he cannot learn anything and all that. One day Shankaracharya was seeing the whole thing happening in front of him, and Sanadana, he was washing the clothes across the river. And while he was washing the clothes, he had an intense prayer for Shankaracharya, the Acharya. And when he was in such a sweet space and these people making fun, Shankaracharya decided to show the world the greatest space that Sanadana had it. So he called out for Sanadana across the river. He just innate across the river, he has to shout. Nothing happened like that, but because the master has now decided to give his grace, blessing, because his disciple is ready to receive it, he simply got the grace. When he got the grace, his body just moved on the water, ran and came at his lotus feet. He asked, "What should I do, Guru?" And simply the Adi Shankara says, "Turn back and see what happened." And when he turned back, he was so shocked that he saw the lotus flowers bloom on the lake. And the lake was holding all his pada, because he was such in a pure awareness, wanted to touch his pada, the feet, and created a lotus wherever he put his leg. And then he realized, he ran and came on the water. And then Shankaracharya blesses him that he is Padmapada. And from that day on, he was called Padmapada, and all other disciples just surrendered their ego identity and fell at Padmapada and asked for forgiveness to make fun of him. It is not how much knowledge we have, how much we can ask Guru for blessing. It is what space we have for the Guru to happen to each one of us. That is science of our manifestation. The levitation or any power simply manifest when we are purely in the space of surrender to the Bhagavan's lotus feet. This is from Shankara Digvijayam, Canto 6. Bhagavan beautifully explains his experience of how he experienced the initiation from Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He says so beautifully when Arunagiri Yogeshwara told me that I am that and I am the oneness space, Swami Vannada. Simply he experienced the whole science into reality because he was just in the pure space. He had only one word as initiation, just one word. That one word just felt like a fire and transformed him, made him understand that he is not just the body, is another vehicle that he is holding for this birth and to experience whatever here in this reality. But the superconscious space is not to do anything with the body or mind. It is the quantum space where he resides in complete oneness with a space dimension, with his guru, and everything resides in that dimension as oneness in all the is all pervading, all self-effulgent and sarvagnyatva, omniscience, omnipresent, all this just downloaded in him in a click of a moment of just one word, Swami Vannada. Everything that exists is in the same space of oneness. In the when Arjuna goes to Kailasha, beautifully he was told by Mahadeva that Mahadeva came as Krishna, played all the Leela, and Arjuna merged into the Mahadeva space and experienced the Kailasha. Same way when Rama in Valmiki Ramayan, in many places, whenever he was a ferocious, he says, I as a Rudra fought even the all that Brahaspati and all other people. So all the space that exists as oneness with Paramashiva, all we need to do is when we raise to the space of oneness to Paramashiva, the understanding, the maturity, all the silly doubts, silly confusion about the Guru, about the God, about the very existence just disappear. And simply we understand, hey, I am that. I am Paramashiva. I can simply manifest all this reality as cognition. You can see how the Shakshi Pramana, they have shared the weight of an object instead of a bilva leaf. They have kept a deity and it is 5.01 and it has moved into 5.91. 10 grams it has lost the weight by the power of third eye. And this is the power of levitation, not just your body. You can levitate an object in your hand also. You can have a leaf on your hand and you can levitate the leaf. Make sure there is no air and it's not fluttering because of the air, but you can keep the leaf on your hand and start seeing how it can move or it can levitate. Today we are going to levitate a leaf, but you would like to levitate your own self. Make sure you're comfortably sitting on a comfortable place where it is cushioned and there is nothing on the sides. Make sure there is no possibility of you getting hurt. You can experience the oneness in multiple ways, but the point is you experiencing that higher space that you are Paramashiva is the most beautiful space. Now let's get ready. If you have a camera, you can set it up for recording. And if you have the Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temple. Again and again, these great signs starts manifesting in us and understanding starts happening of the conscious sovereignty when we detox the lower three chakra. Lower three chakras are only reaction. Any reaction that you have or anybody next to you is only parasites sitting in their gut. Bhagavan says very clearly, even the sleep, even the food that you need to take for the body, all are societal details. It is only the detox again and again will make you understand you don't require anything and you can live thousands of years. Even as science, now they say they can do a blood test and say when you can die, when you will die. And they say your body is capable of living 1,000 years. Yes, 1,000 years. When you detox your body without these parasites reacting on your body continuously and your mind, you can live such a beautiful life reflecting the consciousness as your reality. Now you can place the leaf on your hand. You can do it as a group or do it as individual. Or if you're keeping on the silicon, please make sure the silicon is switched off. There's no vibration mode. And record all these moments because these are amazing. Every day when you manifest these powers, you will start understanding that, hey, not bad. I am manifesting Paramashiva space. There is another space for me to experience, like how you have the deep sleep, you have a dream body, you have the living now awareness, the awareness body that you carry, and Turiya Theta space, where you get prepared for the Guru to initiate you into Turiya space, which is a permanent enlightenment space. The Turiya Theta, for us to prepare, you just merge yourself. Bhagavan says it is no different from sleep. You falling into awareness will will make you fall into Anandagandha, the eternal bliss, and you will experience the oneness with the Guru and simply manifest from that dimension all these reality as side effects. It is not you are doing anything, but you understand which is done in you itself is Paramashiva who is manifesting. There was no you first place for you to manifest. All that identity that we carry doesn't even exist. And we are not losing out anything by saying that. Rather, the way we perceive it is completely different. Now let's get into the deep meditation. The meditation is the only thing. Collective meditation makes it more powerful for you to manifest the powers. All of us experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva is very auspicious and very deep place that Bhagavan has created for all of us sit in Kailash Courtyard with Bhagavan and letting him manifest all these greater signs into us. Now sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Paramashiva, Parashakti, and continuously hold only visualization of Paramashiva, Sundareshwara, or Parashakti, or your Ishtadevata as Kala Bhairava. You can decide your deity, but be with that and everything else. Very clearly tell the mind that thoughts are completely not allowed. It is in lockdown mode. And I am going to spend this few minutes only with Paramashiva, which is my existential reality, which is by nature how I exist. I want to experience myself as Paramashiva sitting with 25 heads, 75 eyes and 50 hands, so alive and so rich and manifesting all the things that has happening as my reality. Intensely chant the Mahavakya. The whole key lies on the Mahavakya that you're going to chant with a deep listening. That is the key of this whole program, where you merge into the greatest oneness space, the quantum space that Bhagavan is entangling you into the Samadhi space. He is very much alive and he is very much there, more alive than you and waiting to manifest in you. If you entangle with him with a deep listening and gratitude and surrender to his lotus feet, merge into Paramashiva with a deep love and gratitude. How a baby would see the mother after some long hours will run to the mother and forgetting the space, just merge into that mother. Simply hold that very beautiful romance, love, and just surrender yourself to Bhagavan and see what happens in your reality. Chant the Mahavakya continuously, hold the oneness space, and chant with a deep listening of the Mahavakya to experience the power of levitation of Bilva leaf or any leaf in your hand, or it can be any object also. Let's start experiencing Paramashiva as our existential reality.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda.
So beautiful. Please open your eyes, and whatever your experiences, you can share it in the social media that you are connected to. All this greatest gift from Bhagwan, from Kailasha, is for us to have the superconscious breakthrough. And each one of us, Bhagwan calls us Brahmanya Bahuputratam. That means we of the cosmos to receive all his prasada, and he has chosen us as we chose the Guru. And finally we understand it's he who chose us first place for even we choosing him. The greatest signs that he is giving us, without the root shocks of life, we can become the superconscious being. And only in the life we have to go through all that great scary dreams, where we have to get out of those and then understand the reality that the body that we possess is not us, nor the mind that we possessed by us is not us. We are possessed by Paramashiva, and that is the very truth, very nature of how we exist. And understanding that bigger science, the example of the ocean and the wave. When the wave understand it is the ocean, it is not just the wave. It is so humongous that it understands the possibilities. All our problem, Bhagavan says, is like the elephant entering in a pond. You assume you are the tiny pond and you're not able to handle, life. And but if you understand that you are not the pond first place, you are merging pond into the ocean, the lake which merges into the ocean, it has become ocean, it has become that beautiful space of larger existence. When your mind can perceive something beyond your body and the mind, which has just a limited possibilities, you are in the space of oneness with Paramashiva. That is why the Akasha is the closest that we experience as the ultimate space of Bhagavan Paramashiva. And that exists in each one of us when we realize, take the responsibility to realize that and wake us up into that reality to prepare us to receive. From that space only we can receive Paramashiva's grace and the enlightenment. Again and again, we surrendering the identity that we carry, the powerless identity that something has to happen from outside, that has to be surrendered completely, and ask Bhagavan in the deep gratitude and oneness space to show you the very space which is the Paramashiva in you. That happens only if you start unclutching from every thought and stop engaging into all the problems in the outer world and start realizing you are Paramashiva. Having all this happen in your life, you are not the body. You are Paramashiva watching all this as a spectator. Whatever Bhagavan is manifesting through you is fulfilling your purpose of life to make you celebrate Paramashiva as the existential reality. That is through our own work. He is going to make us blessed and the auspiciousness that we don't have to lose anything. We are going to gain more insights to what exactly we wanted to do on planet Earth. So with that beautiful space, we'll have one more cycle. After that, we can share all these great signs and the power manifestation in the social media. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Put away your gadgets. Unclutch from your thoughts. Only bring Paramashiva back again and again to your third eye. The way you live is from prefrontal cortex. That is the third eye. That is the pineal gland, which gives the command over your reality. Understanding how to function with that. You becoming master of that, you can create any reality what you want on planet Earth. That's why the Siddhas were able to manifest so much of gold and wealth and happiness and joy, even make a dead person alive, or even people who have passed completely for ages to become again alive. What all they were able to play with the reality is because they lived that they can manifest the reality. So let's also experience this oneness with Paramashiva and levitate the leaf for experiencing that oneness, which is going to bring so much of auspiciousness and abundance in our life. Even few seconds, we have a glimpse of Paramashiva space. Again and again, doing the power manifestation, Bhagavan says, pokes hole in your mind and body, which makes you understand, basically in the mind, for you to understand that that is not real, and what is real is the Paramashiva space. So let's experience the Paramashiva space by chanting the Mahavakya in deep oneness and deep listening for the power of levitation.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Such a beautiful space. Whatever we have received as prasada, power manifestation is not to achieve anything, not to get anything, but to recognize your own space. It's like you have a specs on your face, and Guru says, hey, look at your face, you have it there, and you're searching all over the place, having the specs on yourself. That is what Guru does. Guru's work is to show you who you are to yourself. The space why we are not manifesting is because we are not recognizing our own space. We are denying the possibility of us. First, we have to learn to recognize. When Bhagavan introduced this levitation as the manifestation in the ashram, in physical presence, my husband was the first one to levitate on the first day, on the first initiation. And he is from Tiruvannamalai. I thought maybe he is from Tiruvannamalai, so he is manifesting the powers immediately. And I sat and sat and sat for days, months, weeks. Nothing happened. Nothing at all happened. I was thinking, what is this? I am so connected with Bhagavan so long, and my husband just came in and he's experiencing the power manifestation. So it doesn't say when you will manifest, who will manifest. We are ready to receive, to recognize that space. We are actually ready. After 10 months, suddenly one day, when Bhagavan was conducting, this was in a physical presence, I'm talking every day we used to have a manifestation session conducted by Bhagavan himself in Adi Kailash. And in that beautiful presence, we used to manifest. And for that 10 months, I sat nothing. And after 10 months, suddenly I had an experience of this levitation so vividly and so clearly. And then I asked Bhagavan, what is that I need to do? Why it took me so long to manifest this power? He said, my body has so much of toxin. He had to first detox because all the city life has toxin my body so much that thing that we need to do if you're not manifesting, there are two things. One, detox your body completely with the 3 herbs that Bhagavan has said. Taking it is all available on the YouTube, where you go and you can find the 3 herbs. The satsang itself starts with 3 herbs that Bhagavan has recommended, and the neem juice, nirahara, and haritaki, all the Guru Vak, you will manifest all the powers. That will detox all the parasites, which does not allow you to understand you are Paramashiva. The superconsciousness to reflect in our brain, we need to detox by ajaba jaba, by all this taking the herbs and doing the nirahara, all that. We have to prepare ourselves. You want to be a NASA scientist, go to the moon, then how much of preparation is required? That Bhagavan is training us right at home with so much of possibilities, giving us, don't have to go to do tapas like Ravana for 1,000 years or Vishwamitra. We are sitting at home and asking, why is it not manifesting? So we can do our part of experiencing the oneness by following the Guru Vak, and the final Guru Vak is to share your powerful cognition. When you speak out, you are 100% listening. When you're listening to others, you are only selectively listening. We are all selective listening people. So when you start sharing that I am Paramashiva, I recognize my space, and this powerful cognition has made me complete with this pattern or this problem manifested. The powers, you share those, enrich and cause other 10 people, you will simply experience Paramashiva in you. Bhagavan has given n things to manifest our reality. Only it requires simple integrity and simple obedience. The dollar sign that you see at the end of the YouTube, you can offer the gratitude to Bhagavan for giving us such beautiful, clear knowledge about each and everything for us to raise to Paramashiva space. Supporting Kailasha, the Dharma, you are supporting your own inner space of Kailasha. The Dharma, when you protect, it protects you completely. Thanking Bhagavan and surrendering all this powerful cognition and power manifestation to Bhagavan's lotus feet, and with a deep earning and gratitude, asking Bhagavan to make Paramashiva as my existential reality. And deep gratitude to all of you who are the chosen one by Bhagavan, manifesting these powers of Paramashiva today. So thank each one of you, and with a deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan and ending the session with a Purna Mantra. Let's sit straight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for participating in the Kailash Courtyard. See you after the next darshan.